Good morning, Hopper class, and welcome to your maths lesson today. So today we are going to be looking at something new, and I mentioned this in our live sessions this week. So let's get started with a starter. So you need a piece of paper and a pencil or your whiteboard, and can you please answer these two questions? So what is missing? So can you write the two missing numbers? So kind of like the game that we did the other day. I'm not going to tell you the numbers. You need to fill in which two are missing. And then can you write me, how do you spell the number 2? Can you do that? So if you need to pause the video, pause it, and I'm going to go over the answers now. So what is missing? So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and what comes after? 5. Well done. So make sure that you have written it the correct way and give yourself a tick. 6, 7, 8. And give yourself a tick. Well done. Now, how do you spell the number 2? Can you shout it out? Okay, let's see. So a T, then a W, this is a tricky word, and then a 2. So give yourself a tick if you've spelled it correctly. If not, then write it correctly underneath so that you can learn how to spell the number 2. Okay, so our learning objective today is, can I count in 2s? No, but what does counting in 2s mean? So instead of counting every number like this, let's do it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We count every second number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're counting by 2s. So we're grouping things together by 2s. Instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going 2, 4, 6, 8. So I have got these rubber ducks and I need to count them by 2s. So instead of having to kind of group them because they're all mixed up together, I am going to move them into my tens frame. So I'm going to move them into my tens frame into 2s. So now they're easier to count. So I'm going to count them by 2s. So here I've got 2, and then here I've counted them 4. Here I've got 6. So I have 6 altogether. So 2, 4, 6. Can you say that? 2, 4, 6. Well done. Now we're going to count up to 20 by 2s. And what I'm going to do is put a box around each of my 2s. So I've got 2 there, 2 here, 2 here. So what I'm doing is I'm grouping the objects, or grouping the numbers into 2s, into a set of 2s. So if we were counting by 3s, we'd group them by 3s. If we're counting by 10s, we group by 10s. So because we're counting by 2s, I'm grouping it by 2s. And now I'm going to look at my 20 square here, and I'm going to count by 2s. So 2, 4, 6. I want to hear you counting with me. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's right. So if I was to look at these numbers, so if I group them, so I'm going to group, there's my 2 numbers. There's my 2 numbers. There are my 2 numbers. There are my 2 numbers. So if I'm grouping 2 numbers together, and then I'm counting by 2s. So let's count by 2s together. My turn, your turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Okay, can we do it all together? So I will point to a number. Are you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So you have now counted by twos. And if you look, when we count by twos, starting at 2, then you get this pattern. So it's always going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's always going to be that when you start at 2, counting by twos. And then if we carry on, there's a pattern. So I've got 12, and there's my 2. 14, there's my 4. 16, there's my 6. 18, there's my 8. And 20, and there's my 0. So I've got 0, 1s. So it's a pattern. So when you know 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, the next number, my pattern, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So we're going to really practice counting by twos. So here I have a word problem. So I already know I have 8 eyes here. So let's count them. So I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have 8 eyes. Now, how many more do I have if I start at 8? So I've got 8 in my head. So here I have 8. Okay, so I'm going to group them. 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. So starting at 8. So what I want you to do, you can do this with your finger because I can't do 2 at the same time. So you can start at 8 and you can follow on the screen counting by twos. Okay, so I'm going to count up here. So we have 8 in our heads, and then we're going to go 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Okay, so I've got 8 in my head, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So I have now 18 eyes all staring at me. So counting by twos is easier and it's faster if you're counting by twos, if you group them together. So let's count all together, starting at the beginning, counting by twos. So you can use the number line at the bottom to help you. Okay, you ready? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Well done. Okay, now that we've learned counting by twos up to 20, I think we could do it backwards. Well, what I want us to do, let's look at our number line at the bottom. Let's count backwards first. Okay, are you ready? 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Whew, that was tricky. So here's my word problem. Before break, there were 16 cartons of juice. So there are 16 cartons, fantastic. After break, there were only 2 left. So can we count backwards from 16 to 2? I think we could do that. So let me put, I'll put a square around here. So there are my 2 that are left, okay? So we're gonna cross out the one because they've got taken. So we've got 16, 14, 12. Remember, you can follow along on the bottom. 10, 8, 6, 4, and here I have my 2 are left. So let's count forwards and backwards. Okay, everyone together. Ready? 0. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Well done. Now let's go backwards. You ready? 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. Well done. So this is what I would like you to do today. So you've got a few questions. So number 1 says, fill in the missing numbers. So there are 3 parts, A, B, and C. So the first one starts at 0, 2, 4, and you have to fill it in counting by twos. The next one is going backwards. So it starts at 18 and it's going backwards. And then the next one is a number line, and it's starting at 10, and it's counting up by 2s. So remember, if you have your 100 square or a square like that, you can use that to help you, okay? And then number 2 says, can you count to 2s to 50? Wow, if you can, do it in a video. If you can only count to 2s by 10, that's fine. Do it in a video. If you can count to 2s by 20, that's fine. But show me in a video that you can count by 2s, okay? And then number 3 says, how many flowers are there? So I don't want you going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't want you counting like that. I want you counting by 2s. And if you want to, you can even show me, right? So if I was to say, oh, how many do I have here? 2. Show me you're working out. Plus, how many do I have here? 2. And I'm adding them, right? So see if you can write me out the number sentence to show how you got your answer. Now, once you've done that, you have a challenge. So Anna is counting in 2s. Can you fill in the missing number? So fill in that. Then it says, Anna says if she keeps on counting in 2s, she will say the number 55. Is she right or is she wrong? So you need to write me the answer. She is right or she is wrong. And then you have to explain why. You have to give me a reason. If you think she's right, then show me, write me the reason why. If you think she's wrong, tell me why. Okay, so I will put it back here. So this is what I want you to do. So you can pause the video here, answer those questions, and then if you would like to go on to the challenge. Okay, so it's a new thing, learning to count by 2s. But remember, you can count by 2s anywhere. You can be in the bath and you can go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Or you could be having your dinner and you could count your peas, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Or maybe your cereal. And if you have Rice Krispies, you could count out your Rice Krispies by 2. So maths doesn't always have to be on the video. You can do maths all the time, right? So practice counting by 2s, get that in your head, that rhythm, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And then once you've got that really familiar, carry on, 22, 24, 26, and see if you can go up to 50. Okay, bye.